Hello everyone, my name is Arvind Panda. I am a fourth year student from UPS Dehradun. Currently, I am a legal intern in Lexus and Company for the month of June. And today in this video, I am going to talk about the property rights of a married woman. So, Indian women have been discriminated against and have been denied the rights of property for years. Inheritance law come under personal law and vary from different faiths. Tribals are governed by their own customary laws. This non uniformity has led to a continued bias against women. Most of this law discourage partition of property, be it agricultural or otherwise, on the fear of losing it when she gets married. However, the introduction of the Hindu Succession Act in the year 1956 has changed the scenario. It gave women equal rights and challenged the generation old bias towards them. Neutral inheritance laws are the solution to the problem, and the same must be looked into to guarantee both the genders equal rights over the property. Now, the question is, which act applies to whom under Hindu Succession Act? So, the act is applicable to intestate, death without a will, inheritance, and succession among the Hindus, Sikh, Jain, and Buddhist. Now, let us talk about the property rights as per Hindu law. According to being applicable to Hindu, Buddhist, Jain, and Sikh, the Hindu Succession Act of 1956 is also applicable to anyone who converts into Hinduism. The act is applicable to both women and men. It is important to note that the provision of the act do not deal with testamentary succession, that is, when there is a will left by the deceased. The act also governs the cases where no will as to how the property is to be distributed is there. That is, it will govern interstate succession only. Now, let us talk about the classification of property under this act. So, property may be classified as ancestral or self acquired property. Ancestral property is that property which is inherited up to four generations of male lineage without any division. A right to share in it is acquired by birth. Self acquired property is one that has been brought by any person in his entire lifetime using his or her own resources. So, a person who dies without a will is known as intestate. There are four categories to which property may be devolved on the death of an intestate. That is class 1, secondly, class 2, third is aganates, and fourth is cognates. Now, let us talk about Hindu wives. Section 10 of Hindu Succession Act state that the distribution of property takes place among all the living heirs, and that includes the deceased widow as well. She is entitled to an equal share of her husband's property like other heirs, and if there is no share, she is entitled to inherit all the property of her deceased husband. Also, a married woman has sole authority and responsibility for her property, whether it be inherited, gifted, or earned. She has exclusive right, and is the sole owner and manager of her own property. She is also entitled to maintenance, support, and shelter from her husband or from her joint family if she was living in one. In case of divorce, issue related to maintenance and alimony are settled as the case proceed only. Divorce settle issue once and from all, and is proof that both do not owe anything to each other and are free from the bond. Therefore, in case of the death of a divorced ex-husband, the wife is not entitled to any part of the property if she was intestate. What if no divorce has been given, that is, the husband married a second time without divorcing the first wife? In this case, the second marriage shall be deemed to be void, and the wife from the second marriage shall not be entitled to any property. The right of the wife from the first marriage shall remain intact. However, the children from the second marriage will be entitled to get share in the property along with the maintenance. Now, let us talk about the interfaith marriage. In this case, interfaith marriage, the wife is entitled to the inheritance of her husband's property as his personal law dictate. if the husband is Muslim and she did not convert to Islam beforehand, she shall be entitled to meher, but cannot inherit her husband's property. Such a marriage shall be neither regular nor void. If the husband is a Christian, the wife's religion shall not act as a hindrance from inheriting. If he has left behind a widow and lineage descendants, she shall be entitled to 1/3 of his property, while the remaining shall go with them. If there are no lineal descendants but other kindred are alive, half of the property shall be dissolved to the wife and other half to the existing kindness. So that's all for today's video. I hope you understand the concept with this video. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.